around.
Sorry. Are you Daniel Faraday?
That location's been used a lot. Results of the monastery.
And we've used it all the way back to the Moth, where we first met Charlie and his brother.
We've done things with Mr. Echo, walking around in the church hallways here. The building has lots of looks.
Backlot action!
Yeah. Pretty hot today. These guys are being this stuff. Pretty hot.
Pretty nice, huh? Like that?
Yeah, check it out.
I'm very hot. It's extremely hot.
Background extras on Lost are a big part of the picture. If they don't look real and they don't act real, the audience isn't going to buy it.
See me out on the steps out there at the end of the wall.
They've done really, really amazing things in transforming this beautiful island into many, many different places.
So here we are in Honolulu, cheating it for the Port of Suba.
We need every single body we have here today to help us achieve the look of a very busy port. Unfortunately, we only have 25 people, but we're going to do our best.
This will be your station. You're going to make your special Fijian salad that starts with tomatoes over here. Have you operated a knife before?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
It looks great. I felt like I've never been to Fiji, but I felt like I was in Malaysia or Thailand or somewhere. It's lovely. They've done a great job.
The city of Honolulu has worked beautifully for us for 4 seasons now. I mean, they just did, in 409, our team did an amazing job creating Iraq.
For our research, we pulled from the internet. One of the best sources actually to go to the military soldiers' blog sites when they post their photography. So you get a real sense of the reality.
After looking at the research, we noticed that a lot of the Iraq buildings were these 3-story buildings. Well, behind Honolulu College, we found buildings that were a perfect match. The Iraq transformation was a couple of city blocks, and I think that's one of the larger sets that Lost has put together.
In this particular case, we're actually building a small town square. These buildings over here in back of you are scheduled for demolition, so that gives us an opportunity to distress the buildings that are already kind of halfway there. And then in back of these buildings will be an alleyway, which will have a chase scene through there, too. We'll have an army of people in here in the next few days, and most likely we work right through the weekend.
There was a nice pocket in between 2 buildings where we were able to create a large Iraq arch, and that was sort of our grounding icon.
We got stuff that we can hang over the balcony. I'm always putting all the air conditioning units already.
Great.
So we got a bunch of stuff that we're going to lay out. So after lunch, we're going to dress it, and if you guys see if it's overdressed, just let us know what you want, food off.
You have, what, 4 days?
Sounds like a plan.
There we go.
This is our set dressing warehouse.
Locations picks great locations for us, and then what our job is to bring it alive. And what we try to do is try to see what makes it foreign.
Did you want to leave trunks?
I think some chunks.
Yeah.
I think some chunks will be good. Yeah. You have to believe instantaneously that you're in Iraq. We have Iraqi signage. The minute you see the place, the viewer has to believe where you are.
For the Iraqi village, I guess. And we've got our friends at Island Demo who happen to have some rubble they're not using. We're going to take to our location in this extremely large truck. They needed debris, concrete debris, and I was like, for what? It's all good.
Today we're putting in rubble, we're putting in dead cars, the vehicles are coming.
Good job, man.
Welcome to Iraq.
To work on this set today feels palpably like being in a foreign place. The costumes alone are astonishing, and it helps us so much when there is that feeling of otherness or alienness.
just about anything that that's not Hawaii or not in the jungle doesn't have a lot of green in it. And that's what we do, just keep the green out. And when we're back on the island, we use a lot of green, saturated green.
We did 109 setups in Iraq, and I just wanted it to have a very gritty, real feel. And I think because of the canvas the art department created for me, it was just all there.
Lost is about how can we make it different and new and look like a feature film. For us, the challenge is what makes it fun.
Oahu is like kind of an amazing island because, you know, when people think of Oahu, they think of Honolulu and Waikiki. But the second you drive, 20 minutes in any direction outside of the city, you're back into the tropics.
We're shooting in Manoa, out by the bird sanctuary, which is where Kate and Sawyer were locked in those cages. It's easy! All right, here we are on the orchid. First, let me, now I can see things a lot better. The orchid.
The orchid is Station 6, and it's a huge botanical warehouse. The sheer scale of these sets, when you see them, you'll be quite amazed at how a group of guys can, in 2 weeks, fabricate such a huge set out in the middle of the jungle.
We have jungle all around, encroaching right into the set.
It's got a lot of nice greenery that we've incorporated into the set. Instead of chopping it all down and hacking it all down, we're sort of building the set around these green areas.
I don't know what this is made out of, but it's not made of iron the way, and it only goes through that. This might be carved out of plastic or wood or something. This might be wooden. It's all fake. We've had a lot of rain, especially today. We've been collecting it in our rusty bucket.
This is a challenge just because of the weather, particularly in the Manoa Valley, where it rains, sun, and it can change in like minutes.
The only thing wetter than working in Manoa is working inside the ocean. Open-toed shoes in Manoa is a bad idea.
What's really been great about the show is the crew is far more amazing than any of us could have ever imagined. And they know this island so well, and they know this world so well, and the show would never be able to get done without that team.
People of Hawaii have been wonderful for the production. Kind and welcoming, and we've had a nice time here.
We rely so much on the people of Oahu to make our show, and we consider the people of the island to be part of our family, and I think they've grown over time to consider Lost a part of their family.
It is that aloha spirit that we're known for, and they do extend that to film crews.
We are all thankful for each and every one of you. So
Hawaii likes to say we're Hollywood's tropical backlot. Now, after 4 years of Lost, I think we've proved that we can be a lot more than that.
The fact that we've managed to stay here for 4 seasons now and be all over the world, that's a really great thing.
Every week you sit there and showcase what's another interesting, different way that the island can be photographed or seen.
I think Hawaii is the only place we can be.
I think that Hawaii has worked beautifully for us, and it's also the talents of our team that execute it in a way that make it work.